All right, everyone, welcome back. Today we're going deep on HTML, the language of the web.
Yeah, it's everywhere, but we don't always think about it.
Right. So we've got this knowledge organizer -html.pdf thing and a bunch of stuff from www.learnhtml.com. Let's see what we can figure out about how it all works.
Good stuff. This is going to be fun.
I'm thinking after this, websites might look totally different. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. Once you see the code underneath, it changes everything.
Okay, so first things first, what is HTML? This PDF says it stands for Hypertext Markup Language. What's that in plain English?
Well, it's basically the code that makes web pages. It's
Hmm.
like the blueprint of a website.
Okay, like the foundation.
Exactly. Without HTML, websites would just be a jumbled mess.
Right, so it's all about structure, but how does it actually do that? This PDF mentions something called tags. Are those important?
Oh, absolutely. Tags are like the building blocks of HTML. They tell the web browser, like Chrome or Firefox, how to display the content.
So like instructions.
Exactly. Say you want a paragraph of text. You use the p tag to tell the browser, hey, this is a paragraph.
And then the browser knows to display it accordingly.
You got it. And there are tags for headings, images, links, you name it.
Cool, so every time I see like a picture online, that's because of an image tag.
Yep. There's an ME tag that tells the browser where to find the image and how to display it.
Wild. I never realized how much was happening behind the scenes.
Right. It's all thanks to HTML. And the cool thing is, most of these tags come in pairs.
Pairs?
Yeah, you have an opening tag and a closing tag. So for a paragraph, you'd have P to start it and P to end it.
So it's like telling the browser, start paragraph here, and then end paragraph
You
here.
got it. That way the browser knows exactly what content belongs to which element.
That makes sense. So the tags, they're like the Lego blocks. You put them together to build the structure of the website.
Perfect analogy. And the content inside those tags, that's like the stuff you're building with your Legos.
So we've got our HTML all nicely organized with tags and content. But how does the browser actually turn that code into, a web page that I can see?
Think of the browser as a translator. It reads the HTML code, which looks kind of cryptic to us, and turns it into the visual stuff we see on the screen.
Like it decodes the HTML and shows us the finished product.
Exactly. It figures out what fonts to use, where to put the images, what colors to display. It makes it all look pretty.
Pretty amazing. Okay, so this PDF also talks about hackers. What's the connection to HTML there?
Well, anytime you're dealing with code, there's the possibility of security vulnerabilities. Hackers could try to exploit weaknesses in the code to get access to stuff they shouldn't.
So HTML is like the front door. And if it's not built securely, a hacker can just barge in.
Kind of, yeah. It's why strong passwords are so important, and being careful about what links you click.
Right. Always got to be cautious online. So HTML is the structure. But what about the styles of website? Making it look good.
That's where CSS comes in. Cascading Style Sheets, that's what it stands for. CSS.
Yep. It's basically a separate language that works with HTML to control how the page looks. Colors, fonts, layout, all that stuff.
So HTML builds the house, and CSS decorates it.
Exactly. It's like interior design for websites.
I love that. So if I wanted like a bright red heading on my web page, I would use CSS for that.
Yep. You can tell the browser, hey, make all my H1 tags red.
And it knows exactly which parts of the HTML to style because of those tags.
Exactly. They work together like a charm.
That's really clever. Okay, so just to wrap things up, HTML is all about the structure of a web page, and tags are like the building blocks. Browsers read the HTML and translate it into something we can see, and CSS adds all the visual style. And we've got to be mindful of security and copyright, too.
It's been a great dive. And really, this is just the tip in the iceberg. Learning HTML opens up a whole world of possibilities.
Yeah, like you could even build your own website from scratch.
Totally. Or understand how websites work at a deeper level. Maybe even consider a career in web development. Wow, so much you can do with this. It's pretty amazing that something so fundamental can be so powerful.
Absolutely.
Well, I think next time I'm browsing online, I'm going to be thinking about all the HTML working behind the scenes. It's a whole new way of looking at it.
I bet. It's like a secret code that's been unlocked.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into HTML. We'll catch you next time.